Nothing is as constant as change. Global competition, markets in flux, and fast-developing technologies determine the pace of the worldwide economic situation. In a permanently changing world, we believe in empowerment, entrepreneurial thinking, and an authentic feedback culture. To meet the industry's productivity requirements, we have taken the conditions of a high-quality manufacturing and remodeled them to meet industrial standards. Miba Industrial Bearings is the best solution source from standard to technologically advanced applications. We encompass the entire value chain, from customer consultation to high-quality manufacturing, assembly, quality assurance, logistics, aftermarket, and rapid repair. Our service is exceptional as well. We offer comprehensive, worry-free, tailor-made packages. Smiles included. We stand for convenient solutions and all-round customer service experiences. Miba Industrial Bearings is home to teams of inspired people, all driven by taking the customer's challenges seriously and helping to find the best solutions with a hands-on mentality. A fruitful feedback culture pushes us out of the comfort zone and offers unique learning experiences. Together, we create an energized workplace where the best solutions are the result of inspired people. We love to think outside the box. That's where the best view of the future can be found. It is our daily actions that prove our true attitude in parallel to the constant work on the strategic development of our company to secure our future. People and their individual needs are at the heart of all our success. We always aim to achieve great results and are never satisfied with the first answer. Miba is the top industrial bearings brand because of the contributions of each and every one of us, guaranteeing safety and strengthening worldwide customer confidence. Industrial movement is man-made, today and tomorrow.